I'm a religious watcher.
Watch this now. ShaSimone's here, everyone. She's all just trying to do up face and all of these type of things. She's just trying to do up face. She already came in here looking glorious. I'm like, what?
Thank you.
Watch my girl now.
Thank you. I try.
What are you telling me?
I'm surviving.
Got your young little cup and that.
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been a long one, but you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to me. What's going on?
Imagine Tuesday, I woke up one day and just decided to go and buy a puppy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I literally bought it, and then by the evening time when I had it, I was just thinking, it just hit me, the responsibility of having it.
I was gonna say, what you wait, you bought a puppy and did not even realise.
I didn't realise it. I didn't plan. I didn't even buy a crate or nothing. I just went to go and buy it and winged it. By the next day, I was ready to shot it. I even shot it last night. Yeah, I got rid of her yesterday. I felt so bad, but.
Hey, that is funny.
48 hours. I owned her for 48 hours. It was.
But have you shot her already?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone already.
It's gone.
No, you're joking.
I'm telling you, it's only by the
big and serious.
Big and serious. So serious.
Oh my god.
It was fun though.
Do you know what?
But it was just too much for me. I didn't understand the severity of it.
Do
you know what's even made me think it? I don't even know if I'm ready to even be a mum or have a baby.
Yeah, well, that's a good tester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And a baby, you can't just give it back.
No way.
But this puppy, I was able to just say, yeah.
Well, some people just give it to Mumsy. This is the thing.
I mean...
Some people just give it to Mumsy.
Yeah.
There's enough Mumsies out there that have ended up just adopting a responsibility that they didn't have sex that day. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's true though.
But do you know what? It's funny that you say that, because I used to always say...
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a pet, but if I was in a relationship and my missus said she really, really, really wanted one, then I would get her one for Christmas.
Right.
So see, like Christmas Day and that, she does that whole thing. Boom! Oh my God, what's this big thing? She could see that there's something going on or whatever. Then she unwraps it and that. Then obviously I film it on my phone and all of that type of stuff, whatever. Then it's a puppy, so she's super gassed and she plays with it and whatever. You see, come Boxing Day. That gone. I'm
telling you, it's long.
Gone. You see when you come downstairs. You see when you come downstairs to come play with that again. Yeah. Long. All you're seeing is fur.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Because I was getting it out of it. I'm telling you.
Honestly, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a baby on steroids. I don't know. Like, you have to watch everything they do. They put everything in their mouth. You have to feed them. You have to clean the shit. It's too much.
Yeah, you got to train them.
Yeah,
you got to train them.
But I taught her sit though. I was proud that I did that in 48 hours.
So wait, who did you shot?
To someone that I know. And I know he would take good care of her. Like, he's got more time than me.
You're not going to then try and come and claim back.
No. I'm good. Like, I had to cancel everything I had planned in the last 2 days just because of the puppy.
Yeah, like that's a big responsibility. I can't lie. If you're not in your yard and that as well, you can't roll with it everywhere because you're gonna have you got a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, and because she didn't even have all her vaccinations, so I couldn't actually take her out like that. She was homebound.
Right.
It was long.
So you say, how are you anyway?
I'm good.
Yeah, man.
My EP just dropped.
I know. Simmer down,
excited, simmer down.
Yeah. How's
finally, it feels good.
You've been talking about it to me for time. Oh, yeah. I've got this thing dropping.
I've been saying it for the longest, but divine timing, it's all happened.
Alright, before we get into you, because I do want to get, like, although I see you a lot, I don't feel like I know you, but I don't know you. Mm-hmm. So I do want to kind of get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
Before we do all of that, did you see Stormzy's video?
I saw it still.
Blouse and skirt.
I'm telling you.
Thoughts?
My jaw was on the floor this morning. It was an amazing piece of art, I would say. The visuals. It might be video of the year, you know.
It is. I mean, well, what is...
It was so cinematic. It was everything. Do you know what? Because the video was so heavy, I don't think I even took in the bars too tough.
Yeah.
Because I was just so captured by everything that was going on. I need to watch it again.
Do you know what is funny, yeah? Someone said, and I genuinely thought this as well, yeah? Someone had mentioned that, like, hearing the audio is quite, like, it's very, how do I put it? Like, it's very smoky. But when you watch the visual, it's very, like, it's just got a very celebratory kind of vibe to it. And so, like, I actually heard the audio first, because when I'm Someone messaged me and said, yeah, something's dropping at 9 o'clock or whatever. Like, look out for it. Boom, I'm looking out for it. Then I've realised, oh, it's Stormzy, yeah? So, but I couldn't find it. I'm like, I can't find it. I've gone on Spotify. I've listened to the audio first. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like he's in album mode now. Like, he's in album mode. Something's about to drop, whatever. He's done a 7-minute thing and he's just getting some bars off. And that's me. I love that, yeah? So I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, he's speaking. Like, he's definitely speaking. He's flexing. He's been away for a little while. He's just, I don't know. It's just like, you know, he's in a certain type of space. And then I saw the visual and I'm like, oh shit, like, it's weird. When you listen to the audio first and then you actually see the visual, there does feel like there's a super difference, because the visual is like, it's a whole big celebration of blackness. You know that? And this is the thing, yeah, like, it's always been difficult for me to hear people diss my man, yeah, because for me, I've always felt like this brother has always just come and just showed up, and he's always, you know, been of culture in music and outside music. Like, people were sitting there and disrespecting my man and having all these things to say, and I'm like, this Don, yeah, I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Glastonbury, his performance, yeah, where he basically had a choir. He was on the main stage. He's in front of 100,000 people. There's X amount of millions of people watching this wherever around the world and whatnot. He's performing grime tunes. He's saying black stuff. And he, for about 5 or 10 minutes, literally named half the scene as like, you know, a thank you and like who you should go and check for. And people turned around and said, nah, it's not homage. I'm like, what the like, what's going on?
You can never win with people, man.
What's going on?
People are always gonna have something to say. It's just, it's mad.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, why? I guess it's like when you are, and you will probably feel this at some point. Right now, you're at a stage where you're cold at what you do. And I've talked about this on the pod before, yeah? But right now, you're at a stage where like everyone will sit and say, yeah, you're cold and whatnot. But don't worry though. Because see, as you start to excel and you start climbing certain ladders and that,
people hate to see people winning, you know.
Oh, you know them eyes are going to be on you differently.
Yeah.
Differently.
Especially as a woman, I think it's going to be even worse.
Yeah?
Yeah, as a black woman, it'll definitely be even worse.
Have you not been in a room yet with a bunch of women where you've needed to exercise?
Do you know what? I went to a writers' camp in Berlin this year, and I think that really just broke me out of my shell, because in that type of environment where everyone is so like confident within themselves, if you're not confident, you will crumble. Right. So that really just showed me you need to be solid within yourself and you need to really believe in yourself. But I think as long as you're confident, I don't know, you don't really see too much people as competition.
Where does your confidence come from?
From life and my experiences.
Let's talk about them.
Do you know what? Let's talk about
them. Let's talk about let's talk. Like, keep going though.
I felt like something I saw recently is that you need to be broken down and be really low to come back really high. And I feel like I've had a lot of lows, and that's kind of like built me into the woman that I am today. So.
But what type of like musical lows or
just
lows?
Life and life experiences and just going through the motions of life. So
do you have a good relationship with your parents?
Yes, I'm very close with my dad. My mum, growing up with her, was very rocky, but I feel like as we've gotten older, like we become really tight.
And you're Ghanaian, right?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
So like, do they I mean, I'm sure now obviously like parents are always like, no disrespect to parents, but sometimes parents don't get it in the beginning.
They're jarring.
Yeah, they don't get it in the beginning. And then when it seems like there's lights, then there's happiness. Yeah.
I feel like I've done a lot of things. Like I used to do hair, I used to do this, that and whatever, but I felt like music is the first thing that my parents were actually like, wow, yeah, we're really cheering you on for this. Like they've been super supportive about it. But growing up was rocky, man. I was so bad.
Whereabouts in Hackney are you from?
Oh, can I say it's a bit of a joke?
Oh yeah, there's techie. Yeah, I don't even do all of that.
Trust me, in the times that word is a bit mad.
It's still gentrification is alive, but it's not all the way alive. So yes, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, boom. But anyway, Hackney. Yeah, go on.
But yeah, just growing up in Hackney, school life, friends, and just mixing with the wrong crowd, learning from those mistakes.
Wait, let's not skip here. Let's not skip here.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Mixing with the wrong crowd. What does that look like?
What does that look like? Doing things that are out of character, experimenting, and just doing things that aren't really you, and just like acting out. I felt like I really acted out in secondary school. I used to get excluded all the time to the point where they put me in unit by like year 7.
What's
I was
unit?
a terror. That's where they send all the bad kids. You know about unit?
Oh, we used to call it centre. Centre. Do they still have it?
I think they still do it today. Those
Is it?
facilities.
Do we still have centre though? Is it? Yeah.
It's called a PRU.
It's called a PRU.
People referral unit.
People
Oh,
referral
wow.
unit. Oh,
We call
swear.
it unit still.
Honourable shout out to everyone that's at PRU. Listen, don't worry, you can bust through still.
Yeah,
though.
trust me. I
There's
made
gems
it.
in there. Yeah, there's
You can
gems in
too.
there.
Yeah.
There's gems in there. Obviously, it's just about applying yourself a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
But
So
yeah,
you
I
went
was
to...
a terror. And do you know what? In unit, that's when I really discovered my love for like poetry. And I read a book by Tupac. I think it's called The Rose That Grew From Concrete.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh, I really like poetry. And that's when I proper started to like get into it. Because I felt like I was acting out because I didn't know how to express myself.
Right.
But when I started writing poetry, that was like a proper like outlet for me.
Did you have a teacher or someone that helped you though? Or like tried to teach you to like, you know, channel whatever it was that you was going through?
Not really, you know. I thought they just thought, this girl, she's finished.
Serious?
All of them thought I was finished. Yeah, they didn't think I was gonna, because I was just too tapped. I was so tapped in school, man. They didn't see anything big happening for me, like.
Swear.
But I'm happy that they see me now, and they're like, oh. There's even my form tutor. I see him in the gym, my old form tutor, and he's just like, "Raw, like, you're not, you know, you're doing alright."
You're
like,
doing
yeah,
alright.
trust.
But you didn't even have an older or no one that was like literally just, yo, like stop fucking about a bit.
No,
like,
you know, I didn't have no role models growing up. I can't lie, I didn't. I don't think I had no positive figure like that. I had to just work it out on my own.
Right.
But I'm glad that I did. I had it this way because I learned
Okay.
a lot. Yeah, and that's why I think I'm so secure in myself.
Did you have a man them times there as well?
A man, not a serious one, probably until like uni. And that was just so like, it just really distracted my brain. Like I wasn't even focusing too
That's
much.
is that the one that first mash up your heart and that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so mad because he sees what I'm doing now and I know it hurts. He's
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
He's thinking, damn.
So you're saying for Thug Affection is definitely not about my man.
No, not about my first boyfriend, but it was actually about someone I was seeing. Literally,
Right.
yeah, I came back from seeing him and I couldn't sleep and I was up till like 6 a.m. and I just wrote that song.
Right.
Yeah, like, and it just came from the heart.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of my favorite songs in the EP because it like really, yeah, man.
So, but you were saying that like you obviously you read this book or whatever, realized that it was in poetry. So what was you like? Was you doing poetry first before rapping or?
Yeah, I started with poetry. Do you know what? I even did a little bit of poetry in primary school, but I didn't really take it seriously until secondary school.
Right.
And then that's when it kind of channeled into rap. And I used to do BBM voice notes to my friends and we'll send it back and forth. And they would always tell me, you're really good at this, you know. But
Right.
I just never really took it too seriously, probably till I got to like 17, 18. And I started recording and I thought, I'm all right, you know.
Yeah.
Still. And then, 2020 is when I really said, let me try a thing. And then that's when it just...
Yeah, that's
the
mad,
water.
you know. Like, because obviously you ain't been around for too long, but in the 2 years that you've been around, like your name's ringing and that. I don't even know how I came across you. I don't know how I came across you. I just remember hearing you and I'm just like sending it to a couple of people. I'm like, right, have you heard Mike? Like, she's cold still.
Thank you.
But like, to be honest with you, you sounded like you'd been around for a little bit though. Because I think sometimes when you hear people like super early on in their career and that, well, for me anyway, I can hear a strong element of rust, but I get the idea though. So like when someone's like, I guess it's kind of like the diamond in the rough a little bit where it's like, oh yeah, like the flows, if they get the flow right a little bit better, then they're onto something. Or like, you know, if their wordplay, if they know how to just like, you know, put the words together just a tiny bit better, then they will be onto something. When I'm hearing you, I'm like, nah, I must have missed you. I'm thinking, oh, she must have been around for a long time, and I just I just missed you and I've just come across you now. But
No,
essentially,
2020,
2020 is
yeah. It's mad how everything has happened so fast. But I think it's God. Like, it was destined. I was supposed to do this. And, like, everything that I had done in my life has led me to this point right now. So, yeah, I'm just super grateful.
What is, like, when you say, you know what, 2020, I'm going to try a thing, yeah? Like, what does that look like? What do you mean I'm going to just try a thing?
I was shook, you know.
Well, but what is that? What do you mean?
Like, even to put out my first freestyle, I was so shook. It was my manager, Prince, that was really, like...
encouraging.
Yeah, like, it was even... The way we even found each other was crazy. Because I wasn't really too confident in my rapping abilities and stuff until, like, I really met him. And we really, like, worked together, practiced and everything. And I just thought, yeah, let's go for it. But it took a lot of convincing and a lot of, like, believing in myself. You wouldn't think it, though, seeing me, like, rapping stuff. I was actually shitting it and just, like, so scared. But yeah.
Yeah, you lot, like, enough of you lot have these proper alter egos, I think.
Yeah, fake
like,
it till you make it. That shit is real, you know.
You give you a microphone. You see this big flipping personality on smoke. If anyone steps next to me, they gotta be on their thing. You take the microphone away and you're like, man, this is just bare sweet and that.
I feel like people are surprised when they meet me. I don't know, when they hear my music, they think I'm just, I don't know, but I'm super chilled and just like, yeah, man. It's so easy.
How have you been finding everything so far, though?
Everything's been good. I'm loving the reception, especially from the EP. It's gravitated a new audience as well. And just like, yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for the future and just everything, really.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. It's mad. Like, even, you know, the popping up with Dave and stuff like that as well. Like that's interesting. And that's another reason as well why I thought that I must have missed you. Because I know that, like, Dave is very meticulous in making music. And, like, who he's got around or whatnot, yeah? And then all of a sudden I'm hearing a tune and I'm hearing a voice that I recognise or whatnot. And you two collaborated so well together. How did you two even link?
So, it was just a normal day. One day, I got a call from a producer that I work with, Sammy Soso. And he was just like, hey, I got this artist that wants you to be on his album. I played him your stuff. But he couldn't say who it was at the time. Yeah. So I was like, cool, I went about my day. Then I had a session. And then P2J called me. And he was like, yeah, so it's Dave that wants you on the album. We played him your stuff. He likes the sound of your voice. He thinks it will fit really well with what he's trying to do. So they called me to come to the studio that same day that I got the call. Right. And yeah, we spoke for hours before we actually recorded the verse because he really wanted me to. Yeah.
What was you talking about?
Right. So he was talking about his relationship that he was in because he really wanted it. He wanted me to understand where he was coming from and like how his partner felt and stuff. So he wanted me to really get into the zone. We were probably talking for like 4 hours just like really getting deep and into it. But yeah, it was such a surreal moment, you know.
Did it make it easier for you to pen then?
Yeah, definitely. Because yeah, it did. Because I was really getting into the vibe of everything and just like, it was mad, you know. Because I didn't expect my day to go like that. It was just a normal day. But yeah.
And the next minute you're there until what? Early hours of the morning?
Yeah, we was probably there till like 4 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, got there at like 7, didn't leave till like 4 a.m.
Was you there as well?
Yeah, we were all there together.
Yeah, that must have been a good moment to see you feel. I can't even lie.
It really was.
You what?
We jumped outside the car.
Bro, we was just... it was mad. It was so mad, but it was a beautiful moment.
That doesn't... Okay, let me ask you this, yeah? I mean, obviously you executed the occasion well. In hindsight, when you look back, yeah, when it was time to actually put pen to paper, did the moment and the occasion distract you a little bit to begin with? Or was you able to literally just zone straight away and get right into it?
It was easy for me to zone and get into it. Do you know what made it easier as well? Yeah, I had a acting gig that I did for some Amazon series, and I'd been practicing to cry for like weeks. So when he was like to me, he really wanted emotion and stuff. Like, it was so easy to just turn it on, and I felt like what I'm talking about is something every girl can relate to and stuff. So just I think everything built me for that moment. Yeah. So yeah, it was easy, man.
So tell me a little bit more about like the earlier part of, because I'm trying to get an understanding of who you were just a little bit before 2022. Yeah. Well, 2020 when you were really focusing on music and that. What was the plan before that? Was you just winging it? Was you just doing road?
So
was
what,
you
before music?
Literally.
I was outside.
Just before that point of saying, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to start trying a thing with
Yeah.
this. I always feel like usually there's a series of events that's happened for you to get to that point.
Yeah.
What were they?
So I was just on the roads. I was doing all manner of things. I was shotting. I was holding things. I was just doing a mad thing. I didn't really know I didn't have no direction of what I was doing with my life. I was literally winging everything. I think a life-changing moment for me was like, I got charged for something and I was meant to go prison.
Right.
But by the grace of God, they just gave me tag for like months. But that moment for me was like, yo, life is real. Like,
Yeah.
you need to pattern up. And meeting my probation officer just changed my life.
How long was you on tag
do you know
for?
what? She was actually a really positive. I was on tag for like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. But meeting my probation officer was like, yeah, she was a very positive figure for me. Like, she was such a strong black woman. And I'd never met someone like that before. And she just really, I don't know, like, she just made me realize, like, yo, you're actually a black woman. There's people are gonna assume you're a certain way, so you need to like break that stereotype. You need to be certain. You need to be, you know, like, don't give in to what people already assume and think you are. So
Did you already have an understanding of what that stereotype was?
no, you know, I don't think until that moment. Like, it was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you see when you look at it now, it's like, you know, you can be naturally angry or going through some stuff or whatever, but as a black woman, you're as soon as you express those type of things, you're already put in a box.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then for you then to be on road and carrying on with X, Y, like, it's like it fits the narrative perfectly to a T now.
It does.
But it's hard, isn't it? It's like sometimes, you know, you come from a certain place and whatnot. It's hard to not even be involved at times. Do you get what I'm saying? For some people, it's super easy, but I guess it just depends on who's around you. Yes.
And all my friends were doing the same thing, like, so we was all doing it
It's
together
normal.
and just, yeah. I wasn't thinking about the repercussions of anything. Like, until
Was you not even scared of your parents?
Nah, because I'd been doing it for ages. Like, I started like and doing things when I was like 16, you know.
Swear.
15, 16. Probably done my first when I was like 14.
Oh,
I was outside.
That was
Yeah, like, I hope I'm not incriminating myself.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah,
hope
of
I'm
course.
But I was so fearless, like,
Yeah.
and I think because nothing had happened to me just yet, so I was just thinking, yeah, like, it's not that deep.
Right.
My mum and dad used to think I was in college. These times I'm in Switzerland,
Oh, yeah.
Milan. I was doing the bad things. I was doing the bad things. I can't lie.
Hey,
I was
but
outside.
when my mum thought I was working, yeah, she would not have believed what was
I'm
going
telling
on.
you.
Man was outside.
I was outside.
Listen, I used to go.
I was
I used to leave my
overseas.
yard. I used to leave my yard wearing the work outfit.
Right.
I was wearing the work outfit. I might change when I'm out, when I'm on road.
Yeah.
Or I might be on road in the work outfit.
Yeah.
All day. Yeah? All day carrying on with what I've carried on with. Then do you know what? Even to make it a light believable, I might even just touch back home at 5:30. I'm saying, I finished
Yeah.
up, I did the shift, whatnot.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
home, change up, touch road again.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
It's mad.
man.
If my mum knew half of the things that I did, yeah, oh my God, I think she would have a heart attack.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was doing the mad things.
Have you got siblings?
Yeah, I got 2 older brothers. They're twins.
They're twins, yeah?
Yeah.
And what, like, did they know what you was carrying on with?
Not, you know, it's so crazy. I'm the complete opposite of my brothers. Like, we're not anything alike. Like, they were like the angels. They didn't give my mum no trouble. Me? Oh, complete opposite. I raised hell in that house.
Where do you think that come from?
I don't know, you know. I think I just wanted to be different. I just wanted to bring some razzle dazzle. Like, I don't know.
Razzle-dazzle.
Like, yeah, I just never wanted to be a goody two shoes. I knew that wasn't me. I knew I was just different. Like, and it was mad because my mum wasn't used to my way of living, because she's born and raised in Ghana. Like, so the way the girls carry on there is different from like how a London girl is and like how I was. So for her, it was just a shock.
Right.
Yeah, everything was just, yeah.
Tell me about your first man.
My first man.
Proper one.
Proper one.
Not like the little joke thing. Not the joke thing from...
Good
you understand
God.
what I'm saying? Not the joke thing.
It was
the proper
toxic.
one where you... Right.
Yeah, it was so toxic. And I think it's because we got together so young and we just... Yeah, we were just bare dumb, man. We were just doing bare things that just didn't even make sense.
Wait. You see, when you say toxic, was you two powerfully toxic to everyone else, or was you toxic to each other?
We was toxic to each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I knew what to do to push his buttons and to really like get on his nerves, and he knew what to do to really piss me off.
Right.
It was just a horrible situation, really. We were together, I think, like 4.5 years. I don't even know why it was that
you
long.
had a young...
Yeah,
like,
we
one of them-
got together when I was like probably like 17 till like 21, 22. This is so funny because he probably watches this pod.
Is it, yeah?
And he's gonna see it. But yeah, we was just a mess. We was a hot mess.
You see this pushing button stuff, yeah? That's all... luckily, I feel like I've never been in something like that. I feel like I've never been in something where, like, you know what, you know the thing that is going to trigger me, so then you just do that. So, and I'm so, like, lucky in that sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Because... Yeah, I just don't know how I would react in them kind of... and I know that everyone does that
the
shit.
things
like,
we used to do, yeah, we would fight on the road. One time, yeah, we actually had a fight and we both got arrested. We even fought
you
outside.
both got arrested?
Yes, we used to do the mad things, the absolute mad things. And I think it's because
Tell me about
we
that.
weren't emotionally mature and we just didn't know how to process certain things.
Right.
Like, we were just so like, yeah, man. We just wasn't... We were putting ourselves in grown-up situations whilst we was really young. So it just didn't work out.
So where was you? What, on the high road? Or just...
Yes, one time, where was we? Like Edmonton police station. One time we had a fight in my car. We started arguing. Then
You
we started
spilled
fighting.
out?
Yeah, like it was very mad.
Big and serious. Don't tell me you was doing a roly-poly on
I'm
the roads
telling
and
you,
that.
we was doing.
You was doing a
mad
roly-poly
things.
on the road and
did,
that?
yeah, he took my bag and he threw it in the bushes. What? It was mad.
So then you took one of his things and dashed it.
Yeah, it just got long, man. It got very
my
long
God.
still.
How do you, and this is a serious one, yeah, because you know what? The reality is there's probably a lot of people that are still in them type of situations, you know? Like how do you disassociate yourself or separate yourself from it? Was it an amicable thing, or did you, like, how do you sever the tie?
I think we just got tired of it, you know? We genuinely were exhausted. Like, it was too much. And we just got to a point where we said, yeah, do you know what? This is, yeah. And it's so mad because the person I was in that relationship, I could never do half of the things that I did because it's like, why?
Right.
It's so much energy. And I just feel like I'm just too grown to do that kind of stuff. And we just weren't communicating effectively. Like, if you can't communicate, it's just...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you learn from your mistakes?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not the same person that I used to be. Like, I've grown and matured so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less of a hothead.
Yeah. Even when I'm dealing with guys now, yeah, any nonsense, bye. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not. It's just, yeah. Let's just, yeah.
What do you deem as nonsense?
Like, nonsense.
You know what? Can I say this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes, yeah. I think that people, I feel like women are guilty of this, yeah, more than men. Read a whole load of memes about relationships, yeah, and then they meet a guy, and then as soon as the guy does 2% of what this meme has said, they throw the man in this pot, and it's like, yeah, fuck, see, you know
Where'd
what?
you get
I can't
that from, though?
Do you know what? No, yeah, it's one of them. It's like, yo.
I don't know about that. What do you mean memes? Why do you
So
think
you know,
women...
like when they say, if a man, like, let's say for example, like,
Give you captions as well.
yeah, captions. That's it. Captions or tweets
I'm
or
not
whatever
one
it
of
is
them,
that slap. So let's
It's like the ick
I'm trying to
thing.
think.
You're saying ick.
I'm not a meme reading type of babe.
So ick is one. So like, yeah, it can be a whole conversation, an ick conversation. Yeah, yeah. If he does this, it's ick this, ick that, ick this, ick that. Yeah. Now it's almost like subconsciously you're meeting a guy and you're waiting for an ick. You're waiting for the one ick that you can tie next to the... Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, maybe you're speaking from experience, because I'm not like a meme reading type of babe. For me, I know what I want and I know what I'm not going to tolerate. Right. And do you know what, for me, what I think has been really effective? I've had a dad that was really loving, and my dad would go to the ends of the earth for me. Like, he would literally do anything for me. So when a guy is not really giving me that type of energy, like you really go out of your way and just make certain things happen, I'm just not really interested. Or like when a guy's not very attentive or just like, it's like because my dad has set the standard for me, and it wasn't until I got older that I really realized that, you know. But yeah, like I'm expecting the level of effort that my dad, the love and care that he gives me, I need that from my partner. So I wouldn't accept like nonsense. Like, you haven't replied to me the whole day. Doesn't make sense.
He hasn't replied to you all day.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. What if not doing sweet gestures, flowers, bruv? You know flowers are £5.
I hear that loud.
Women love flowers. No woman can say she don't like flowers. Trust me. Get a girl flowers. Doesn't matter if it's £5, £2. She's gonna be happy. Like, just small things like that. Why can't you even do that?
Yeah, that's gospel.
Do you know what I mean? Like chivalry is actually dead. You know, it's so sad.
Is it?
Chivalry is dead. I'm telling you, the dating scene right now, it's in hell.
Yeah, I know the dating scene is a bit of a... I know it's a bit of a shit show at the moment still, but like...
Are you dating right now, Chuckie?
Yeah.
Really? How are you finding it?
Enjoyable.
Really?
Yeah, man. Enjoyable still. But you know what? Like, my thing is about enjoyment. However we can... Do you know what? I'll be honest with you though. Like, listen. I am kind of the same still. So this is where I'm a tad bit of a hypocrite, yeah? But it's like... And I wouldn't say it's that I'm a hypocrite, but it's like, you know what? Sometimes I can tell by the way that someone is when like I'm like, okay, cool. You're just either not for me or I'm not your type of guy. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, sometimes I can see that by a person's expectations, what they deem as, for example, acceptable for a date to be taken or whatever, then... by what you say makes me think, okay, cool. Now, do you know what? What you're asking for is valid and fine. I'm just not your type of guy.
Right. Yeah.
And so because I can identify them things quickly, it's easy for me to eradicate certain stuff. But you know what? With that being said, it's like sometimes I think, especially when we're seeing each other, it's just supposed to be about our vibes. I remember one time I dated a girl who was just super miserable and like always waiting for she was always waiting for me to either contradict myself or for me to be misogynistic. Do you get what I'm saying? So anything that I said straight away went to like flirted around the lines of like misogyny. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand it, innit? But whatever meme that you've read, caption that you've seen, or conversations that you've had or whatever, trust me, this is not like, I'm not your enemy. Like, I'm not your enemy. Let's just sit and let's try and understand each other and catch a vibe and see where we go from there. If you're starting from a place of me being an enemy, then I'm not gonna have my back up, but I'm probably just gonna be like, alright, cool, well.
Do you think are most of your experiences like that?
No, do you know, I'll be honest with you, my experiences with women as a whole have been good. Even if it hasn't worked out, or even if it's been like just a bit, we may not have necessarily been on the same page, very rarely is it like toxic or, you know, us having a mad, or we might have one disagreement about something and then within time we'll be okay.
I used to go for really like bad guys. But wait. I've grown out of it. I've actually grown out of it.
Whose problem is this? Is it them or is it yours?
No, it's mine.
Right.
It's 100% mine.
Right.
Because I don't know. I just had this whole fantasy in my head. We're going to live happily ever after. I'm going to change him.
Why?
Settle down. I don't know. Like,
why do you not do that?
I was proper stuck on this trapper thing. Like, I just used to love trap niggas. Like, but now, no way. Because it's like, it's not a sustainable lifestyle. Like, he's gonna go to prison or something's gonna happen, and then what now? Like, who's holding it down for 10, 15 years? No, sorry, no.
Do you know what it is? I think, honestly, I think that there's nothing wrong with wanting a trap don, you know, or like a don who's just on that type of thing. I think the problem is that you have to understand that when you take somebody like that, there's things that come with that.
100%.
Like, and you just have to just accept that.
Yeah.
And then once you can just accept that, then you can have a great understanding. But you can't just, it's like me saying, oh, you know what? Yeah, I really want to be with an artist.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I want me one. And now I've got an artist. Now I'm pissed because she's going to do shows and this, that, and there's bare man around and everyone's on her and this man's squeeze. It's like, yo, but this is what I want. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know what kind of guy I would go for now, you know. Like, I don't know where to even look. It would probably have to be someone in the music industry, but like at the back, like doing the behind the scenes work, or someone that just understands my lifestyle.
Can you date a regular Don?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, as long as he's got his shit together.
What does got his shit together look like?
Like, you work, you're responsible, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what does do you know what I mean? What does do you know what I mean?
Just like you're patterning it, like you're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Making a decent amount of money.
Yeah, like I'm not really too as fussy as I used to be. Like, I think I used to be really picky, but I think as long as you're a good person, you've got a good heart, good looking.
Could you date a Don, yeah, who doesn't have a job, and he's financially low, but he's got big ambition, no?
No.
Why?
Do you know what is so funny? I was even saying this to my friend the other day. Broke niggas and like, oh no, I hate using that term. Guys that aren't...
See what I'm saying?
Guys that aren't... Sorry, I even had to correct myself because I don't like that term, but they give the best D. I'm not going to lie. Because they really have to prove themselves. But I wouldn't go for one, no. If I just wanted to chop, then who knows? He's like, do you know what I mean? But to settle down with no. Because I feel like where I am in my life, I feel like I'm going somewhere. So I need someone that's also going somewhere. It wouldn't make... It's so off-brand for me to do something like that.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense.
And I guess it's like a bit unattractive as well.
Yeah, like... Well, unless it's just a quick thing, you want to do a little schmeat.
I'm going to be honest with you. I gave the worst D when I was broke.
Really?
Yeah.
But
The only thing that I gave more of when I was broke in regards to that is I had a little bit more minutes in the tank.
Right.
And it was only because because I was so financially low,
you have to prove
I couldn't
yourself.
even fully focus on like the nut. I'm thinking, shit, when am I going to get the next? You understand what I'm saying? So that was giving me another extra 15 minutes.
Mate, I feel like you need to prove yourself anyways.
Hey, when I started getting money again, I was giving quick D, and then I was giving. Then after a while, I was happy, and then I was like,
guys with money are sloppy with it.
Yeah, but then I got to a point where I was like balanced and just felt nice and whatever, and then I started to just be more present. Like, I think it wasn't about the chop. It was just more like I just weren't present, man. Like when you're, it's very. I think it's difficult to be present in this time of life anyway. Because there's always so much going on and there's so much distractions and whatnot. So it does make it difficult to be present. But like, yeah, when you are low, it's hard to date, man.
I don't think you should date if you're really low though, because that means your priorities are not in the right place.
Yeah, but how do you? Poet said this the other day, but like, so what does that mean? And say like you're just out on road, and you end up really just connecting with someone so organically. You get what I'm saying? Like, remember, like not everything comes as a man chirps in you. You know, sometimes it just comes with like, I don't know. I'll just hypothetically speak. You might live in a certain area and you're just going to pick up something and you just see this particular person every day.
Yeah. And
then like you just hi, and then the hi turns into what are you up to? Like what you do around here? And boom, 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 boom. Like, but then you in that moment feel something. Are you just supposed to be like, I ain't got no pee. Let me just.
I guess you kind of have to do what works for you. But me personally, if I know I'm not up like that, I'm not dating. But for guys, guys don't really care about that, innit? If a girl's up or not. But I don't feel comfortable even going on a date knowing that, imagine he just leaves me here now or I need to pay the bill. Like, I need to have some sort of money. Like, it doesn't make sense to be going out with like £10 in my account. And this guy could potentially leave me here or like... You know how it is, guys. They're funny. Take you out for food. You're not trying to shop. It's long. Yeah, you're not... What? You think he's paying for your cab home or paying for the food?
No, but you know what though? So I think a man has to sometimes say, you know what, yeah? You see when you're building an not building an establishment, but like you're talking to someone and you realise that it could be something. Do you know what is the most gangster thing to do?
What?
Listen, we're doing something here. I've met you and I'm letting you know that I like you. But I'm just letting you know that right now I'm financially low. And I've got things that I need to deal with and whatever else. And I'm just trying to find my way to be up. So I'm down for getting to know you and for us to just figure that out or whatever. But if it's not your speed, then I understand and we can just keep it stepping.
Yeah, but you know,
watch a
people are
woman
not
get
honest.
damp in a panty now because he was honest.
Yeah,
and then
but
she's going to
guys
want to try
aren't
and change
honest,
him.
that's the
That's what's
thing.
going to happen. Watch this now. Damp in a panty because he was honest. Then, a few weeks later, she's pissed now because he's what he said he was. Broke.
No, but that doesn't
Do you
usually
understand
happen.
what I'm saying?
That doesn't
Now
usually
you're
happen.
vexed. Huh?
That doesn't usually happen. Like, in reality, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
People are not honest.
Yeah,
In the time that we're living in with social media, everyone wants to make it seem like everything is roses. No one likes to talk about their low moments and being low, and just like, it's just not very realistic.
Nobody wants to hear honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one that's so true.
People are-
No
Yeah.
one don't want to hear honesty.
No, trust
really.
me, no one does still.
Dan said this before as well. He said,
Yeah.
if we was really honest,
Oh man, imagine.
if we was really honest, if you really wanted to know what we thought, if you really wanted to know what we thought, you'd be devastated.
I like honesty though. I really appreciate it.
Everybody likes it to their taste.
Until it,
No,
right.
trust me, I love it. I love honesty.
Yeah, everyone likes it to their
If
taste.
you love honesty- if you love honesty, if somebody's honest to you, they shouldn't be in a reaction.
What do you mean?
They
What?
shouldn't, like, if you want honesty and I give you honesty,
Right.
your reaction shouldn't be heated towards me because you want honesty. You should accept the honesty because you want it.
Nah, but okay, there's rebuttal to that though. The rebuttal is that like, yeah, the honesty can still touch me. I'm appreciative of the fact that you was honest.
Yeah.
But now let's dissect what is in that honesty. Because I might not even agree with the honesty. Or the honesty might have made me feel some type of way. We discussed
The
it.
feelings are cool.
Yeah.
It's the reaction. Because that's why people don't be honest.
Oh, yeah, of
because
course.
It's the reaction people would give.
Right. Yeah,
It's
right.
like, oh, I could tell you, but you probably won't talk to me for 4 weeks. Or
Right.
you probably lash out to me. Or so
Yeah.
people hide that for each individual.
That's kind of what we
if
was...
you knew you could tell the truth to someone and they'll just be like, oh, you know what? I hear that.
Yeah.
They might be upset. You can be upset,
Right.
but I hear that. Then probably more people will tell the truth to each other.
That's true.
But you don't want to get slapped in your head. You want to get punched in your face.
It's the behavior. Yeah, it's the behavior. It's the
I think
behavior.
I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think I'm really honest.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe too honest.
Right.
Yeah. That's probably why I'm still single.
You think so?
Yeah, because I'm really honest. I'm really honest. I think I'm really honest. You don't think that's... Well, you wouldn't know because, yeah.
No,
but
I'm saying guys in general. Like, they'll just be like, nah, you know.
I think I'm honest. Like, if I think a guy's boring me, I'll be like, oh, babe, I don't know. You're a bit boring right now. Or I don't know. Like,
Oh, right.
I don't know.
Have
Like,
you done
I'll
that?
just... Or, yeah. Like, or do you know what I...
Go on,
This
have
is
you
so
done that?
bad. Like, if, like, after sex, yeah, if it was dead, I'll be like, I'm not going to lie. That was a bit...
Oh, have you done that?
I've done
Oh, no,
that.
I hear that loud if you've done that.
I've done it. I've done it. I've
So
done
that must
it.
have done him, though.
I've done it.
Right,
I've
no,
100%
do you know what?
done it.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I've done
wait,
it.
Wait, hold on, wait.
I swear to God.
Wait,
I swear
wait,
to God I've done
wait.
it.
Can we talk through that? Can we talk through that?
Just so you can do better next time.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you're gonna give me next time, I'll rate you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I
And
hear
after that, it was up.
Yeah. After that, it was up.
Yeah,
Right,
you
but
have to
okay,
be
no, because
honest
what I
with
want to
people.
do though is, if you don't mind, what was it that you didn't enjoy about the chop?
Just the motions of
Right.
it. It just
Did you explain it
wasn't.
to him?
Yeah, like it just was not hitting. I don't know. Like maybe even the lead up to it wasn't. It just didn't get me excited. Like
Right.
I just
And
wasn't.
had you done it before?
Yes, and it was lit.
before
But this
it
time
lit.
it was just not lit. And I said, I'm not gonna lie, babe. This just wasn't it. And do you know how bad it was? I think I stopped midway because I'm one of those girls. Yeah.
Gee.
If I'm not enjoying it,
I would
I
have hated
can't
that.
put
I'll be
myself.
honest, I would have loved
Yeah,
it. But
no.
you're a fucking G. Keep
Yeah,
going.
because I don't think it's fair, and I feel like a lot of women are scared to speak up when they're not enjoying these type of experiences. But me,
Right, yeah, that's true.
I'm one of
That's
them
true.
ones. If I'm not enjoying it, I don't think that's fair to do that to
That's
myself.
true.
I feel like a
And
lot
I
of
would
guys
say,
are scared as well.
yeah, a lot of girls, and I always tell my friends as well, because I always hear horror stories, and my friends are telling me that yeah, it was so horrible. It was even dry. It felt like a fire down there. So say something.
Yeah.
Say let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like take a minute.
But do you
or-
know what? Do you know what? I can also play devil's advocate on that as well. Is that for some women, yeah, some women, or angel's advocate, some women probably do try to insinuate what a person should do, but they're just so in their thing that they're not even really listening. So that's the thing. It's like you can give a light instruction, but if people ain't following the instruction, then how many times are you going to keep telling that person?
Let's lock
before?
it off then. Let's
Right.
just,
That's
yeah,
true.
let's just,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
because I feel like sex is meant to be an enjoyable experience for both parties. Like, why is just one person enjoying it? That's weird. Yeah.
It's good that he was able to get a next go again. I will be honest, if that was the first one, if that was the first time you'd been together and then you'd said that to him, that would have mashed up his ego.
I still would though, even if it was the first time and it was dead, I would be like, like I'm not gonna moan and make you think, yeah, you're the man. That's dead.
I swear.
I'm not one of those.
Is it? Yeah,
I'm not one of those.
Well, you say you're just looking at him like.
Yeah, I would be so silent and just be like, oh, do you know what? I'm a bit tired. Let's just, I'm just not really feeling it right now. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of those.
I know.
Something
Yeah,
Wait,
but that's different.
Do you know what?
That's
Wait.
different. That's different.
Can we
I
turn
said,
this mic on quickly?
yeah, that's different.
Yeah, hold on, wait.
I
Just
think
stop. Wait. Just quickly. Wait, what was you gonna say?
I said that she just dropped a fire in the booth, innit?
Right.
And in there she said, "I'm the type to gas my nigga up, even when it's little."
Yeah, but that's related
Throw
to
it back,
size,
I
not
push
about
it back a little. I was like,
Yeah,
so,
but that's size. That's not talking about the experience.
Right.
'Cause you
Yeah,
can
but
have
if
a
you
small-
chopping
yeah,
it.
like
No, I hear
that's-
you. I
so
hear that.
You can have guys with small things. They know what to do with it. You know, like
Right.
it just depends. Like
so why are you pushing?
you can
it
have
back?
the biggest dick ever and not know what to do with it. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, do you know? Yeah, I mean, look, like certain gal are always going on like they want the fucking
trust me, they
17-incher.
They don't.
Until, and you know what? Until one day you experience that 70, and then it's hospital.
Yeah, trust
But-
me. A&E.
Yeah, A&E. Yeah,
A&E
exactly.
still.
How do you explain that one to
It's
Mumsy?
long.
But no, I hear that still.
Yeah,
I think
nah.
I think a lot of women are probably in unison when it comes to that still. Like
Yeah.
they'll do that. But yeah, the fucking, if you keep going back after you know that you're not having a good time, then yeah, man, then you got to do
I guess
something
you
about
learn
it.
together, innit? You can learn.
So you happy?
I am happy right now. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, listen, I will forever be paying attention to what you're doing, providing that you are serious about your shit.
Listen,
Please don't
journey.
please don't leave me.
It's only on first gear right now.
Yeah,
We're
but this
about
is it. And as I say, like, as someone who, you know, really appreciates what it is that you do and your ability and how sick that you actually are, don't make that in vain for like me as being your fan. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to invest all this time listening to you, talking about you and whatnot, and then in 6 months' time we can't see you again.
Never.
Yeah, the streets end up taking you, or this,
Never.
that, and the fourth, or whatever. Like, I want you to be like, you have a gift, you know.
Thank you.
Like, seriously, you got a gift, and you're only in gear 1.
Gear 1.
So, you know, understand that naturally there's just going to be a lot of lows. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever you want to get to, which only you will know, that place that you want to go, that place is not an easy place to get to. And when you do get there, it comes with a lot of things. You have to have a certain mentality and people around you to be able to deal with it. But you got it, man.
Yeah, man.
You get what I'm saying?
What's your
Just keep
favourite song on the
working.
EP though?
I'm not going to lie. I have to lock off. I swear to you. Let me tell you this, yeah. I've listened to this song. Did I tell you? No, it's not because of me. I promise you. I've listened to the song thousands of times.
You like grime,
Thousands.
innit?
It just gets
You like grime, innit?
Yeah, of
Grime
course.
is-
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Thug Affection as well. I do that. But Lock Off for me, when you're in that bag,
Yeah.
man. Right. You started off the project good as well. Top 5. I enjoy the project as a whole, but yeah, for me, yeah, Lock Off is my thing at the moment. So
Thank you.
yeah, man, blessed. Well, yeah, listen, come back again, innit? Come back again.
Definitely.
Do you know what we'll probably do next time? Though we'll probably film something called The Checkup, where we'll dissect the music.
Okay.
So usually, I'll show you clips of it, but like we sit down and we kind of discuss bar for bar. Couple things that you're saying, how you created stuff and whatever. It's
This
different.
is my first ever pod.
Is it?
I was
Yeah.
so nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Is that why you brought out the liquor?
Yeah. Did I seem nervous?
Not at all.
I know, but I felt like I went blank a little bit on certain things because I was trying to think before I spoke. But
Yeah, no, it was good, man.
they edit out the bits that is like.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute a couple of things that you said, but I'm gonna keep anything.
That's what I said, because
I'm
you
gonna mute
said
them.
because you was talking so.
Let me put. Hey, listen. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah.